Hola, from the west side. It is me, DCThePurpleDiva, and welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday the 13th. I hope everybody's had a good day and nobody's had anything crazy happen on this Friday the 13th. Other than it's the day before, they had this quote-unquote MAGA, or is it a million MAGA march in DC, guest starring 45. So, who's going to be at this march? I'm just wondering. The MAGA march. Who's going to be there? I heard it's going to be, I guess they're going to get 1 million white men. Now that should be interesting. Let's see. Do you think that they'll get 1 million men there? Let's think about it. Because that means that this will be mainly, the quote-unquote group that doesn't like people that aren't clear people like them. And it could be, very radical evangelical Christians as well. And just all those folks that refuse to accept what's happened. Now I know I'm having a difference of opinion with some people in regards to this. Hey, uppity. I know. I have a different opinion about the election than some of my beautiful and wonderful fellow content creators. Do I believe that there may have been some illegal irregularities somewhere? Yeah, there might have been a couple. Okay. Hi, Sui. I'll say hi to her. Hi, Sui. So, the crazy thing, you guys, is that I remember, I don't know if you guys remember. Do you guys remember Promise Keepers? Remember Promise Keepers? Back in the day where they would have these events all across the country with thousands and thousands of men. And a lot of those men were evangelical Christians. Not all of them, but some of them were. But it was mainly a Christian crowd. But that was a diverse Christian crowd. So I don't think that's going to be the crowd that he's going to get. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's the crowd that's going to be there. I think the crowd is going to be people that look like him. You were completely undecided. You know what, uppity? A lot of people were undecided. A lot of people were so undecided that they voted for everything else on the actual, except for the president. I remember I told you guys, they found that at least 40,000 people in Arizona did not even vote for the president. And I understand everybody's point of view of whether they think Trump would have been better or whether they think Biden and Harris will be better. And a lot of people are very, very skeptical about Biden Harris for Black people. Let's just be clear. Because we have established that Ms. Kamala Harris is what we call a quadroon. She's on a quarter Black. And more importantly, she wasn't raised in the Black experience. She was raised in the Indian experience. And that's what she ate. Hey, Nightbot has come in. Stop spamming. Oh, I hate when Nightbot does that. Nightbot is twerking in the chat again tonight, you guys. Hey, Terry. Wow. So it's a fun night for you. Hey, Suey, you know what? Let me grab you, girl. Let me grab you, girl. You'll have no further issues from Nightbot. I just rinsed you up. Because Nightbot refuses to follow my rule that says I don't care how many emojis people put in the chat. Refuses to follow that rule. But I see that you're lurking out in the clouds, aren't you, Nightbot? You're welcome, Sui. I am interested to see this march tomorrow, you guys. It's going to be in my hometown. I just, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a lot. I feel that it's going to be a lot of people in this march that aren't going to be peaceful because they don't want peace in this country. See, people have gotten it so mixed up. It's so red and blue. And this red and blue is not what it's about. Bloods in the Crips, y'all. Bloods in the Crips. We didn't chose Crips over Bloods in this thing. You know? That's what it is. Bloods and Crips. So it's going to be very interesting, but I think that it's not, I don't think it's going to be peaceful. I hope that it's going to be peaceful, but I don't think that it will be peaceful. You guys, how is my new mic? Does my mic sound right? My mic sound right? My mic sound right? I'm just acting silly now. No problem. You can go back up to the clouds. You doing your hair? I understand. I've been playing and kind of redoing the edges of my braids today. I think I've done one half. I still have to do the other half. Because my edges, you know, for those of us who have moms who braided our hair really tight when we were younger, we have very fragile edges. But I do have edges. They're just fragile. But I got hair there. But they're fragile. But they've actually been getting really, really better because I have been being a good girl and I've been taking my biotin and my vitamins. I've been being a good girl. And speaking of being good, you guys, with this spike that is happening right now in this COVID, it is extremely important that people are taking their herbs and their vitamins. And then there's a couple of oils that are really good. Black seed oil and oregano oil. Make sure, even us Black people, make sure that we are getting our vitamin D. Because a lot of us are staying inside more and not going outside and getting some fresh air and getting some sunlight. So don't think just because you got melanated skin that you can't get a vitamin D deficiency. So just make sure that y'all are doing that. Especially if you live in parts of the country where it's about to get cloudy and rainy. I heard that this winter, we down here in Southern California are going to be, well, I would say California, we're going to be suffering from a La Nina, which means we're not going to get a whole bunch of rain, which means that the Northwest is going to get lots of rain this winter. So be prepared, uppity unicorn. They said y'all supposed to get lots of rain. I remember 1 year, I think it was like maybe about 10 years ago, when California got all of the rain that was supposed to go to the Northwest. And the Northwest didn't get none. It was like a droughty winter. And we got pounded. We had so much rain that year. It was crazy. It was a very wet winter. People were sick of the rain. We were just sick of the rain. Thank you, Sue. I'm glad it does sound good. You know, because I have this nice mic going with my laptop. Y'all know I got my green screen, but it'll be coming. I'm probably going to have to either switch to my PC laptop or upgrade my Mac or do it in Zoom because my green screen works in Zoom. I just haven't figured quite out how to do the Zoom because it's a lot more steps. I think that I have to go through to Zoom than I do to do StreamYard. I'll do nothing except come into StreamYard and I'm on YouTube. And I think if I do Zoom, if I want people to come up, I have to do it a different way. And I would have to go into my Zoom every time I did it for StreamYard. I mean for the YouTube, and change my name from my government name. Because, you know, I use my Zoom for movie rehearsals. So my name's in there. Well, actually just my last name. It's still DC, but it's just my last name too. But that's not really a big deal because if you've been on my channel and you've seen my spoken word vlogs, I say my name. I sure do. I say my last name. Because my poems are done with my whole name. I'm actually getting ready to get my book together. I got to get that together. Everything's written. It's just editing it, and putting the poetry in order. Because I have poems all the way from when I was a teenager. I have like a couple of them from when I was a teenager that I'm going to include. See what you guys are saying. But yeah, you guys, tomorrow's going to be an interesting day in DC with Mr. Trump. And did you guys see that he refused to answer any questions about whether he's going to concede or, you know, act right? I don't think he's going to act right, y'all. And I know that there are some of us, like I said, who think that another Trump administration for another 4 years will be better for Black people. And that, you know, he's not a racist, and that maybe Mr. Biden is racist, or maybe they're both racist. Who knows? But here's what I will say. I haven't heard anything about what they're going to do for us, but I'm listening. And when I say what they can do for us, I don't mean just appointing some people of color to, prominent cabinet positions. No. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is there is practically no Black middle class. So while you talking about you're going to help bring the middle class back, remember us. Don't just make it people of color. No. We don't want you to say just people of color. We want you to specifically do something for us. Don't have it be a bandwagon effect, and be all minorities. Because we're only 13% of the population, okay? And yeah, I might be part Latino, but the part of me that they count is the 13%. And that's the part that I would benefit from if something happened, because, Latinos separate Afro-Latinos out too. Okay, let's be clear. They did. So it's going to be a very interesting couple of weeks, because once things get certified, at that point, if Mr. Trump is still not cooperating and not doing what he's supposed to be doing, and the Republican leadership or the Senate leadership has not stepped in, it's going to be some problems. Because, see, here's the thing. Everybody has a freaking boss. And Mr. Trump might think that he doesn't have a boss, but the president of the United States actually has a boss. Their boss is the American people. And our representatives of the American people will be the Senate and the House of Representatives. They are his freaking boss. So if he decides that he wants to continue to act, I don't know, whatever he's doing, then at that point, maybe he needs to make an early exit. Maybe we need to swear in the new president sooner than later. Because if he keeps making it appear like it is some, national security issues, people are not going to be pleased, and they're going to start doing some stuff. But supposedly some of these Republicans are supposedly stepping in right now. We'll see. We shall see. Because North Carolina started their count yesterday. Georgia is doing their hand count. Most of his court cases have been thrown out. He might have maybe one left. So really, at this point, we're simply waiting for the certification of each state's vote. And did you guys hear that he is trying to steal electoral votes that are pledged to Joe Biden? Didn't the Supreme Court just have just talk about this? There's already been it went to the Supreme Court that the electorals have to vote the way that the voters dictated. It is what it is. Hey, underrated darkness. So he's got till December the 6th to get it together. But he really needs to get it together faster than that and start giving those daily briefings to President-elect Biden. Hey, Pamela. Yeah, he's going to have to start doing it. You know, like I told you guys last night, this is the same crap that Bill Clinton pulled as a one-term president. Same crap. Same crap. So it's not right whether the Democrats do it or whether Republicans do it. Wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong, y'all. This man is putting our country at risk right now. And our international enemies are watching this circus. And it is leading them to believe that we have unstable leadership. And guess what, guys? I think they might be right. I think they might be right. This is what we get for continuing to deal with these old men. We had a younger president, and then we went right back to the old men. We had several younger presidents, as a matter of fact. You know, even though I don't like George W., he wasn't old. He was younger. You know, I think he was in his 50s. You know, and then Mr. Trump is talking about running in 4 years. What is he going to be? 80? So then so then he can be the oldest. Like, seriously? He's going to be running at 70. He's 75 right now. Or he's 74 going. I don't even know when this man's birthday is. It doesn't even matter. I think he's 75, which means 4 years from next year, he'll be, dude will be 80. No. We don't want an 80-year-old president. Thank you, no thank you. I'm not real pleased with the 77-year-old president. Like, the hell? I'm telling you, we look stupid either way. It doesn't matter which one of them is in there. We look just dumb because we as a country can't get it together because of all the mess that went on during the debates and now all this madness that's going on during the election. Hey, Jack. And now people are afraid that the country's going to shut back down. So we have fools out there buying up toilet paper again, y'all. They're in the stores buying that toilet paper up. Like, what the F? Who needs like 20 rolls of toilet paper? What you going to do with 20 rolls of toilet paper? What you going to do with 30, 50, 100? Like, what y'all doing? They back at it. Because they believe in that the country is going to close up again. Let me tell you guys something. They're not going to do that. That's not going to happen. What's going to happen is you guys better start taking your vitamins. You better start taking your herbs and doing the things that you would normally be doing to keep from getting anything. And continue to social distance. Don't go around people you're not around all the time. If you haven't seen them since the beginning of COVID, keep it to FaceTime or Google Duo. Age is nothing but a number and a half a bottle of Viagra. Oh, Jackie is silly. We can't have them too young. Look at Bill Clinton and JFK. Yeah, but Obama wasn't a cheater. As far as we know, George W. wasn't a cheater. We haven't had a whole bunch of cheating presidents lately. So they could be a little younger and still not a cheater. Bill was just a cheater because he was a cheater. He just was. And I'm sure there's probably many more women that we don't even know about. Remember, he supposedly has a black son. No black woman ever came forward. Didn't I tell y'all that? That's the thing we knew. If he was messing with any black women, they weren't saying nothing. This woman had a son. I've seen pictures of dude. He kind of looks like he could be Mr. Clinton's son. But I don't know if any DNA was done. They're blaming us for everything. Yeah, they're blaming us for the ballot. What ballot mishaps? California says there haven't been any. And for the most part, there aren't any. So I'm still waiting for them to give one shred of proof. Give one shred of proof. Obviously, they haven't come in with any proof, because if they had come with any kind of proof, why are all their cases just being systematically just thrown out? And if there's proof, why haven't we seen it anywhere? And why is Homeland Security validating the fact that there was no fraud? I'm just saying, it's just not looking his way. And I don't understand all of the people, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I don't understand the people who are blindly accepting that there was some, things that happened in this election. We know that things happened in the last election, but I really think that with everything that everyone had to do to make sure that this election actually happened in the middle of COVID, with the mass of mail-in votes, where are these illegitimate mail-in votes that they keep talking about? That's what I want to know. Where are they? They haven't shown them. I have no problem with waiting till the 6th and having them all certified say the same thing that's been said all this time. But it's just crazy to me that we have to do that. I mean, in most elections in the past, we didn't have to do that. The exception, obviously, was the 2000. That was the exception. But outside of that, this one is just, but hell, 2020 has been the year from hell. That's what it's been. Started from the beginning, with Kobe tragically dying on a Sunday. Hey, Miss Mahogany. How are you, sis? Happy Friday. Or happy Saturday. Yeah, it's still Friday the 13th for us in the West. Mr. Trump has been very, very quiet, though. And he doesn't look happy. He looks very sad. You know, but he'll be okay. You know, he has money. He's got lots of money. He'll just go back to being, I don't know. He can go back to doing The Apprentice, or did they take the show off? Is it still on? I don't even know. I don't even know. Is that show still on? What did it come on? Did it come on CBS? See, I don't know. You see how much I know? It probably came on NBC. I don't even remember what network it came on. Yeah, I mean, here's my thing, Jack. If someone can come up with the proof, then you have something, but there is just allegations. Nothing is being proven. So I don't know what to say other than try again in 4 years. And hopefully, these people get it together. But I know that's our nation is so divided right now. So divided. But in the midst of all of this division, I know most of you guys know that we do have, that Miss USA is a woman of brown skin. Brown skin. Yes. A brown skin girl. And I believe there were several contestants. But yes, the one who won is black. No, it's, a little thing, but it's a big thing. No, nothing was proven in Florida. Exactly. Nothing was proven in Florida, and that's the thing. If nothing is proven, it you don't have to concede, but you gotta go. That's the only thing I can say. I just this whole process right now, it has gotten so ugly. And the whole world is watching our country. I'm sure some are quite relieved that he won't be in office for the next 4 years. And I'm talking about some of the world leaders. But even Boris is, trying to move forward. But Canada's prime minister immediately was elated because I don't think he and Mr. Trump liked each other at all. I don't think they care for each other at all. And I don't know how it's going to be with Mexico, because I don't remember what the Obama administration's relationship was with Mexico. I know it was better than the Trump administration's has been, though. So I think we will have better border relations. I don't know about border control, but some places the wall is, and some places the wall is not. But you guys do realize that a lot of that wall was already there. Already there. He hasn't added much to it. And nobody's going to tear down what's already there. Do men cry in the dark? I don't know. Y'all know that there is a rumor that there's a doll out, Breonna Taylor. What? They have a doll out of Breonna Taylor? Why would they do that? I mean, and was it done for a good cause, or was it done to mock her? Was it done to mock her? Because that wouldn't be a good thing. I don't know if men cry in the dark while flying in their 737s. That would be a pilot. I don't know any pilots. That was a riddle. I don't know any pilots. I don't know any pilots. It's going to be an interesting 2 weeks, you guys. Trump's long term. He leased the 737. He can cry his eyes out in the altitudes, 3,500 in style. Yeah. I wonder if they're going to have to redo Air Force One. They're probably going to have to steam clean. I wonder did he put gold toilets in there too? I mean, because you guys know if Melania put gold toilets in the White House, they probably put gold toilets in the plane too. And all the money he has wasted by every weekend going to his golf course and then charging the American people, billing it to the American people. You know, like you own the freaking place. How are you making us pay for everything? And then Secret Service had to be there with him as well. And he had the audacity to talk about Mr. Obama's occasional golfing. And I golf. Haven't been golfing since COVID, but I do. So I understand wanting to get out there and golf, but he did a lot of golfing while he was in the White House. And I'm sure he did more than Mr. Obama did. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. But Mr. Trump will be fine. Oh, did you guys hear that Mr. Obama, 44, has a new memoir coming out? I wonder if it's going to chronicle his years in the White House. That would be interesting. That would be so interesting to get that insight. Because now I'm not going to say that Obama 44 was the best president in the world. He was not. He wasn't the worst either. But I do know he was treated like crap and never given respect. I mean, they treated him like he was us, even though his ancestors weren't even slaves. How about that part? And he's related to several of the presidents. And they still treated him like he was 100% us. Maybe that's why it was easier for people to grasp onto 44 and accept him as the first Black president. Because he is half Black, but he's not half Black from here. So he's still, one of his parents was a native and one of his parents was an immigrant. And I don't think his father was ever a U.S. citizen. He just came over and went to school. So, I guess he was the first biracial president. That would be what he would be. And that's not taking his Blackness away from him. But let's not forget that he didn't embrace it until he was grown. Sounds similar to Miss Kamala Harris. She embraced that 25% Black part of her so she could go to a HBCU and pledge a Black Greek letter organization. And it suited her because she lived in Oakland. And I don't know, because I don't live in Oakland, but does Oakland have a huge Indian population? And I'm talking about Indians, not Native Americans. I mean, do they have a huge population up there? I don't think so. She lives in Oakland, but again, her mom raised her on Indian food. She didn't grow up eating, Southern food like most of us did. Even if we didn't grow up in the South, our parents brought that Southern cooking north with them. I know she grew up on the Indian food. As you guys, if you look on her channel on YouTube, Kamala has a YouTube channel. There is a YouTube video of her with Mindy Kaling, done when she was still running for president. And we all know that Mindy Kaling is Indian. Matter of fact, her family's from the same region as Kamala's family is. And let's not get it twisted that they consider her, she is more them than she is us. She's not really any of us. Her father's Jamaican. And even though he was biracial, in Jamaica they don't give a damn. You're still Black. If one of your parents is Black, you're Black. In Jamaica. That's it. You've got plenty of Jamaicans that have a white parent or a Asian parent. Y'all remember Tess Chin that was on The Voice? Remember that chick? Look her up on YouTube. She's Malaysian. And she's Jamaican. And she looks Asian. But when she opens up her mouth, yeah, man, comes out. The blood clot. That's what comes out. I'm telling you. Kamala Harris already gave her shout out to Desi Twitter. She was a sister for a hot minute. You know, I mean, that's why I keep trying to I'm not trying to be any way, you guys. I'm just trying to be real. As a member, as a member of a Black Greek letter organization, we do not discriminate. She didn't have to be any % Black to become a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. She just had to, believe in the principles of the sorority. I mean, if you guys go back and look, there are several white deltas who pledged back in the 50s when it wasn't nice. One of them was one of the freedom riders, Masora Jones. So you see, we are equal opportunities. So being an AKA does not make her Black. It simply makes her a member of a Black Greek letter organization. And we all know that everybody that went to Howard is not Black. And that it is not a requirement that you are even partially Black to go to an HBCU. It's not. I know. I did my freshman year at Hampton. And there weren't a lot of white people that went to Hampton when I was there, but there were some. One of them was on the basketball team. He was a friend of mine, so I know. So, yeah. All of those things, going to an HBCU, being in a Black Greek letter organization, growing up in Oakland, does not make you Black. So her total Black experience really was college. Was, I guess, when she got to college. Because obviously, she wanted to get in touch with her Blackness. That's why she went to the HBCU. Kamala says she listened to Tupac while in college. She didn't say Sugar Hill, Run DMC, the Fat Boys, even LL Cool J. Well, here's the thing. Kamala ain't that much younger than me. Tupac wasn't out when we were in college. Stop it, girl. Maybe she was listening to Tupac when she was in law school. Or after law school. But Tupac wasn't out when she was in college. Kamala is 55 years old, which means she was in college in the 1980s. I mean, she got out of college in the 1980s. Unless she went, what? Did she go to college in the 90s? I don't think so. So, I highly doubt she was listening to Tupac when she was in college. Tupac wasn't even out. Let's see. When did he, what, Above the Rim and all of that stuff? What did that come out? Like in 89? It was it was like 89, 90. Maybe she's talking about the Tupac and Digital Underground she was listening to when she came back to Oakland from college. Because even his days in Digital Underground would have still been after she got out of college. She wasn't listening to no Tupac back in DC. Please, stop it. You know, although Tupac is from the East Coast, he was considered a West Coast rapper. And Tupac didn't nobody hear nothing about Tupac until after NWA. So I'm just putting holes in her story. She might want to rethink that timeline. You see, Kamala had a rough time at Howard. Howard in DC was too much for her. She was so glad to head back to Cali quick. Yeah, I bet. Well, yeah. DC wasn't nothing nice in the 80s. Why y'all think I wasn't there? I got out of high school. I did 1 year of college on the East Coast, and then I got as far away as I could. Because I wanted to do music, but yeah, the crime was bad. You know, crack hit the East Coast before it hit the West. And, you know, the California drive-by shootings aren't the same as the DC drive-by shootings. And also, Howard University is not in a white neighborhood. It's not. It's not. You know, you got to drive a little further. You know, it's just right out of downtown on Georgia Avenue, right next to the Wonder Bread Factory. And next to Howard University Hospital, which is on the other side of the Wonder Bread Factory. It's on Georgia Avenue in Northwest DC, but it's not in the good part of Northwest. It's not bad, but it's blackety black, black, black. Still, it is. Even now, that neighborhood has not gentrified too much, you know, because the school's right there. Kamala hears a go-go beat, and she catches flashbacks like a Vietnam War. Hey, I like my go-go music. Are we talking about my go-go music? I love the go-go beat. It brought certain artists' careers to life. Beyonce caught fire with a go-go beat, talking about Crazy in Love over a go-go beat. Thank you very much. At least the go-go beat is a beat from an entire band. You know, the go-go bands is a full band. These brothers know how to play instruments. They know how to read music. They are real musicians. Yeah, she probably will get a flashback. Oh well, she better get used to it. She's gonna be spending a whole lot of time in Washington, D.C. now with the go-go beat. She's gonna be right there with the go-go beat. She'll be all right. She's going right on back to DC. She better pick her running trails carefully. I would suggest that she doesn't choose Rock Creek Park as where she decides she's going to be running because, I know she's a runner. Yeah, nah. I mean, she'll have Secret Service with her because she's Madam Vice President. But Rock Creek Park, yeah, beautiful, but not always the safest place. Good night, Jack. It's okay. You're one of my welcome trolls. I have no problem with you coming through, Jack. See you later. I'm glad today wasn't a crazy day. That food y'all I had earlier was bomb. It was really good. It's a young man that's, running his little food truck. I think he does it like 3 days a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And he goes to 3 different locations. And it's at each location for like 2 hours. Now, those fried crabs on Wednesday, oh, they were the bomb. They were the bomb. Today I had shrimp and chicken and fries, and I had chili cheese on my fries and on my shrimp. And the shrimp was so good. They were seasoned so well. He did a really good job. And I was glad to support a Black-owned business. Oops. Just knock something over, y'all. Let me clean that up. I got my thing of water. All right. David, go get Mom some paper towels. It's on the floor, y'all. It didn't hit the computer. It went in an entire different direction. Yeah, give me those. I'll take those. I'll take those. Y'all hear my mom voice? I'll take those. Give them all to me. I need more than one. Let me get this up. All right, I got it up. All right, you guys. I guess that must be my cue to get off because I've been on here for about an hour. All right, let me get on camera so you guys can see me. Come on over, Dave. You can come on over. He's already ready for bed, but he's going to come over. All right, let me get there's my, nope, there we go. Hey, there we go. Hey, guys. Say hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Okay. Gonna go to bed? Okay. Oh, what did I do? I got something crazy on my screen. Get it off. Okay, there it is. Y'all couldn't see it, but I could. All right, you guys. So I will be back on tomorrow. Your girl DC is working this weekend because I like to make that extra Benjamins. Holidays are coming up. We need some more money. Plus, if I'm thinking about upgrading my Mac, or getting this camera, I'm gonna need some extra money. I'm gonna need some extra money for those things. I hope you guys like the picture that was in the that's in the thumbnail for this. That picture that's in the background is actually going to be the picture that I'm going to be using as the cover of the book that I'm writing about raising my son. Well, I'm not writing it anymore. I'm actually editing it now. But the book that I wrote about raising my son, and I'm, finalizing it now, y'all. But I don't want to talk about it too much until I'm done with it and it's actually been sent to the publisher. Because after I'm finished editing it, then I got to send it to an editor. Make sure that they edit it, make sure everything's cool. Then I'm going to send it to my publisher. I already have a publisher. The publisher who I'm going to be using is Brown Girls Publishing. And Brown Girl Publishing is a publishing company that is run by 2 Black women who are best-selling authors. One is a Delta and one is an AKA. See, we can work together. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, I offer you guys peace and blessings. And I will let you guys enjoy the peaceful waterfall for a second before I shut it down. I'm out, you guys. Peace.